Welcome back to another fight prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the fights for UFC Fight Night, Werdum versus Volkov. And as usual, I'll just be predicting the main card fights. And I think this is about a 4 fights so far for this main card, so I'm going to predict 4 fights. So, in our first fight in the welterweight division, we have Leon Edwards versus Peter Sabata. And both fighters, I think, are primarily strikers. I think Leon Edwards has shown more grappling than Peter Sabata and has shown like better skills and has shown to be better on the ground than Peter Sabata, whereas Peter Sabata had just been more so striking and somewhat grappling. I think in this fight, Leon Edwards is a better striker and a better grappler. I think he's faster, while I think that Peter Sabata might have a little bit more power. But in this fight, I see Leon Edwards just pretty much being better everywhere than Sabata and just winning the decision over Sabata in this fight. Then our next fight in the featherweight division, we have Tom Duquesnoy versus Terrion Ware. And Terrion Ware is a more of a well-rounded mixed martial artist. Not exceptionally great anywhere in his skill set, but I say his grappling is not the best because he doesn't seem to be that strong of a fighter. His grappling doesn't seem to be that proficient, but that's just been the opponents he's had to face that maybe haven't allowed him to show his grappling as much. But I think this fight, Tom Duquesnoy is a significantly better striker than him, and Terrion Ware won't be able to grapple him as much that it will become significant in this fight. So I think Tom Duquesnoy will be able to just have his way with him on the feet, but it'll be kind of close to start. But I see Tom Duquesnoy finding his range and picking his shots, and eventually being able to get Terrion Ware's timing down and set him up. And I see a second round TKO for Tom Duquesnoy. And then in our co-main event, we have in the light heavyweight division, Jimmy Manua versus Jan Blachowicz. And these two already fought before in a close decision several years ago. I think some stuff has changed, some stuff has not. I think Jan Blachowicz has gotten more comfortable in the UFC since then, as he's able to get on a winning streak where at first he was winning, losing, and wasn't really have his feet planted in UFC. I think he's now has more confidence than ever. And I think Jimmy Manua is coming off a loss to Volkan Oezdemir, so his confidence might not be the best. But he still seems confident as he's been calling out Dan Cormier still. So I guess he's still confident despite that knockout loss. So in this fight, it's kind of, I think Jimmy Manua is still the better striker. I think he's got a little bit better technique, a little bit more power everywhere. I think Jan Blachowicz seems to have the better, stronger body kicks. But other than that, I think Jimmy Manua has the harder hands. I think he has the better hooks. He has the better combinations. He just seems more proficient on the feet than Blachowicz is. But in this fight, I see they're pretty much playing out the same. Only fact, like X factor, is how will Jimmy Manua be able to deal with the punch, like how his chin? Will it be suspect in this fight? Would that give Jan Blachowicz another opportunity to pull off the win at any moment because Jimmy Manua's chin might not be there? Or maybe was that just how the Volkan Oezdemir effect that allowed him to get knocked out so easily in his last fight? So in this fight, I'm still gonna go with Jimmy Manua. I think that just relying on that trying to knock him out is not gonna be able to win the fight. I think he has to fully beat Jimmy Manua. I don't think his grappling is. I think even though he has shown better grappling and been submitting fighters and taking them down when needed, I don't think he'll be able to do that to a significant degree against Jimmy Manua enough to sway the decision. I think Jimmy Manua is going to win another decision. It's going to be pretty close, but I think Jimmy Manua is going to make it a little bit less close than the first fight was. And it's going to be a decision, unanimous decision for Jimmy Manua after 3 rounds. Then in our main event, we have Werdum versus Alexander Volkov. And Volkov, if you watched him in Bellator and some other leagues, you've seen that he's not that great, the best against grapplers. Even Shaq Congo was able to take him down and brutalize him on the ground. And Tony Johnson was able to take him down and get to like a split decision. And I think Werdum may not be as strong as Shaq Congo, may not be as good as the wrestler Tony Johnson, but if he gets him down, he's in a way worse position than he would ever be with either of those fighters. Because Werdum is a world champion Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner and will find ways to submit him easily. I think on the feet, Volkov will have many advantages, such as the reach, the range, the speed. But if Werdum plays it smart, I think he doesn't have to necessarily beat him on the feet. All he has to do is just keep it close to him on the feet enough that he could take him down and implement his grappling. I don't see his fight going very long. I think Volkov is a good fighter. He has a lot of potential, but I still think his grappling isn't where it should be or where it needs to be to beat Werdum. If he was still able to get taken down by say Roy Nelson, and Roy Nelson had success, so if Roy Nelson can do that, Werdum can do even more. And I see Werdum just keeping it close enough on the feet. I think Volkov will outstrike him on the feet, but I think if not in the first and second, I'm going to say in the second round, Werdum will be able to get a takedown and have enough time. It's probably in the first round. In the first round, he will take him down, but he won't be able to secure a submission because time will run out, but it'll be it's a close little striking match, and Werdum will edge the first round just off the takedown. Volkov will land more strikes, but maybe five more, maybe four. But Werdum will get that takedown, and he will have the submission tense, which will win him the first round. And by the second round, I think Werdum will get the takedown early in the round so that he can set up his submission, and he'll submit. I see Werdum win this fight via second round submission over Alexander Volkov. And that completes my fight prediction for UFC Fight Night for Werdum versus Alexander Volkov. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and come back for more videos. Peace.